Hello, my name is Zuhad from Quantum Optics Lab, ComScience University, Islamabad, and the many thanks to the American Physics Society for giving me a chance to present here. My topic today is lensless imaging through incoherent illumination. First, let me give a brief introduction of lensless imaging. So, it is a technique through which we obtain the image without using any objective lens. Yes, we are not using any objective lens in this setup. Basically, this setup consists of four components. As you can see, first of all, LED, light emitting diode, and we are using here a green LED as our light source. The second one is mask, and we are using phase and amplitude mask, and we generated that mask in MATLAB. So the third one is the sample, and we are using here United States of Air Force 1951 as a resolution chart because the resolution is known for this. And the final one is sensor, and in this setup we are using complementary metal oxide semiconductor as our sensor. So these are our objectives. First of all, to improve resolution is our first goal in this experiment. Elimination of lenses as well, and high signal to noise ratio, and this setup is portable and easy to carry everywhere due to its compact size. So this is our real-time lensless imaging setup. On the top of this setup you can see the single LED in the z-axis and light falling on the sample below as mask. Due to this repetition of experiment, we use specialized modulator as our digital mask. And the third one is the sample, and the final or the complementary metal oxide semiconductor as our sensor to record the final intensity of light, and which is located in the bottom of this setup. So these are the parameters of our setup. The first of all, that the wavelength of single LED, and we are using here a green LED, and which gives us the wavelength of 530 nanometer. And the second one, the distance between LED to mask, which is 203 millimeter, and the distance between mask to sample is 2 millimeter. And by computational, the distance between sample to sensor is 0.93 millimeter, and the pixel size of our sensor is 1.45 micrometer. So this is our forward imaging model. So this model gives us relationship between the sample image and the total intensity I. First, the LED will strike with the mask and gives us a complex field at the mask plane, which gives us a relation as U1 is equal to plane and mask. As you can see that U1, U2, U3 and U4, these all are complex field. The U1 field then propagates from mask to object plane, and that is U1 conjugate of point separate function 1 is equal to U2, which is just before the object plane. After that, the known light from the mask will illuminate with the sample USAF 1951. The presented light field can be signified as U3 is equal to U1 dot object, or we can say that object is as a sample. The final step for this model is that the light field U3 will be propagated on the sensor plane from sample over the separation distance d2, and at the sensor plane the final intensity is in the form of complex field will be recorded under the single LED setup, and which gives us a relation that U4 is equal to point separate function 2 convolution of U3, and the intensity can be written as U4 mod square. So after the forward imaging model, this is the reconstruction process for the retrieval of image computationally. So for the reconstruction process, the simple retrieval algorithm will be used to process the image successively. This model begins with the initial guess of sample O. The gradient method is used to reconstruct the final image in MATLAB computationally. So after the proposed model, these are the simulation results. This is the phase mask we generated in MATLAB from the pixel value of 0 to 2 pi randomly assigned, and we applied that mask on that sample and we reconstructed that image, and that image gives us the final reconstructed image as shown in the A3 figure, and we can verify that simulation that the inner part is fully visible or you can say that we can see that inner part fully visible. So we can say that these simulations are valid. So same as the previous steps, we also done this project with the amplitude mask as well. As you can see that B1 image gives us the amplitude mask, and we applied that mask on that sample, and the final reconstructed image is the B3, the magnified image of that reconstructed ones. So as you can see, we validate that simulation results graphically. So in this graph we plot iteration versus signal to noise ratio. Iteration is loop control statement in MATLAB, and by increasing the iteration, the SNR for amplitude and phase mask is also increasing. So this graph shows the same trend for iteration to peak signal to noise ratio. So this graph of mean square error, by increasing iteration, the mean square error is decreasing. So it means our setup is valid. So after the validation of simulations and the plotting of the simulation results, we also validate this experiment experimentally. So first of all, as you can see that the C1 images gives us the USAF sample. We recorded that sample in real time experimentally, and then we applied that phase mask on that sample, and as you can see that in the image, magnified image in C3, that this part is not fully visible, or you cannot see any information in this image, that the fourth and fifth group is not fully shown here. So as you can see that D1 is the applied mask, and the D2 and the final image with the fourth and fifth group, as you can see in the final image, magnified image of D2, as you can see that the first element of fifth group is fully resolved, and we can see that all the elements of fifth group is partially resolved. After validating the phase mask, we also validate this experimental result with amplitude mask as well. The same procedure we followed before. As you can see that in the figure F3, the third element of fifth group is fully resolved, and we can see that the fifth group is partially fully resolved, and we can say that these results are much better achieved ever with a single LED or using a higher wavelength. So after the experimental results, we compare that result qualitative. So the quality of our images are that we achieved here is with the phase mask, we achieved almost 13.9 micrometer here, and from the amplitude mask we achieved 15.6 micrometers. So there are some applications of this lensless setup. So first of all, the diagnostic tasks like blood test for malaria diagnosis. We can also count the blood cells from this technique, and we can also see the quality test of water. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can contact me on the given mail address. Have a nice day.